Welcome to First Motors in Dubai. It's one of the craziest car dealerships in the entire world, and I'm going to find out the total value of all the cars here in their showroom. It will blow your mind. I'm Matt Watson, and you're watching Car Wow. Let's start off with some big value cars. So here we have a Lamborghini Cyan, delivery miles. This is one of 19 because it's the Roadster. Each spec is completely unique. Got a 6.5 litre naturally aspirated V12 hybrid, 819 horsepower, $4 million. Now we come over to a Bugatti Chiron Sport, but it's a very special one. It's one of 20 to celebrate 110 years of Bugatti. So these cars are identical in spec. So you've got like exposed carbon fibre, you've got the French tricolor there, and on the inside you have more French tricolor-ness there, special badging there, and the skylight panels as well. This one has about 4,000 miles on the clock. That is also $4 million. Now we come to some Ferrari 812 Competiziones. These are pretty rare. 999 were built with the coupe. They're worth about $1.6 million each of these, but we also have an Aperta. Only 599 of these were made, hence they are more valuable, $2.3 million. All the cars have a 6.5 litre naturally aspirated V12 with 830 horsepower. Oh, and by the way, this is the only modern Ferrari where you actually have to remove the roof yourself by hand. This thing is absolutely beautiful, a Pagani Huayra Roadster. This was actually the first of these cars out of the factory. Now this one is valued at $4.2 million, but it is not the most valuable car here. I will come to that later. Now you might be wondering why I'm talking in dollars. It's just so that everyone globally understands. I'll reveal the price in Great British pounds later on as well for you Brits watching. So I mean, look at the stunning design of this. Powered by a 6 litre twin turbo V12 with 750 horsepower. Need more horsepower? Come over here. This is a bargain by comparison. So for $3.6 million, you could have this McLaren Speedtail. It has a 4 litre twin turbo V8 hybrid with over 1,000 horsepower. And this, when it was released, was the fastest McLaren on sale because it could do over 250 miles an hour. Here we have two delivery mile Porsche 918 Spiders, and these are pretty special because they are early cars. Look, that is number 6, and this is number, oh look, 4. Each of these value, we're talking 1.7 million each. They've got 4.6 litre naturally aspirated V8 hybrids with 880 horsepower. Now we have this track only 991 GT2 RS Club Sport. So this has a 3.8 litre twin turbo flat 6 with 700 horsepower rear wheel drive. Value of this, $500,000. Now we have the road going version, just the normal GT2 RS. This is valued at around $400,000. Same engine as in that car. Right, let's move to something a little less expensive. We have a 991 GT3 RS, 4 litre, flat 6 naturally aspirated with 510 horsepower, $200,000. And then there is 1 and 2 992 GT3 RSs, once again 4 litre, flat 6, naturally aspirated, but with 525 horsepower. These, $400,000. Now they're actually more expensive here in Dubai than in the UK. Part of the reason for that is that people have more money here, and because these are left-hand drive cars, so there's a bigger global market for them. Interestingly, the guys at First Motors thinks these will hold their value better than the 991 because they have a few features that will be removed when we get the 992.2, such as the analog dials and the rotating key switch. So they're not expected to drop under list. Here we have a 911 ST, so it has the same engine as the GT3 RS, but obviously it's a manual, light and flywheel and clutch, and it's limited to 1,963 units. You know, that was when the 911 was launched. So this is number 376 of the allocation. Value of this, $500,000. This here is a limited edition Porsche 911 Turbo S exclusive. 500 of these are made, 3.8 litre twin turbo, flat 6, 600 horsepower, and it'll cost you $350,000. Oh, actually no, this one has the carbon wheels, which adds an extra $50,000. So you're looking at $400,000 for this car, which is the same as for this yellow GT2 RS. My favourite car in this entire showroom is under this cover. but unfortunately I can't show you. However, First Motors does have two of them, and here's what I can show you. So it's the Mercedes AMG one, and this is a crazy, crazy car. It's not the most valuable in here, but let me give you the details on it. So it's got a Formula One derived 1.6 litre V6 engine, electric turbos and motors on the front wheels. You've got over 1,000 horsepower, and remember, this thing was developed with the help of Lewis Hamilton. Plus, look at it, the aero. Oh, I want one. Shame I don't have the necessary 4.6 million to buy one. Now this G-Class may look like a 4x4 squared because it's like jacked up, but it's not. This one is actually a 6 litre twin turbo V12 plus. Well, it is based on the 4x4 squared. Look how long it is. Oh, and it appears to have a convertible roof. That's because this is the Mercedes Maybach G650 Landaulet, darling. So have a look at this. When I open the door, these little step will pop out. Look like that. There we go. I step on that to get in. And come and have a look-see inside, because it's full-on Maybachness. This is incredible. And I can go full, like, first-class experience on the seat. I mean, I'd love to travel like this. What an incredible, incredible machine. Wanna know how much it is? $700,000. I actually think that's good value for this. Only 99 have been made. Now we have a bunch of normal G63s, but there is something you need to know about them. Now they all have a 4 litre twin turbo V8 with 585 horsepower compared to that 620 horsepower V12 Maybach. So that's not the different thing, is it? But see if you can guess what it is. This one costs $330,000, so does this one. However, this yellow one is $290,000, and so too is this matte black one. What's the difference? Oh, and this one is $330,000. What's the difference? Can you spot it? So this is a Dubai spec car. This is a European import. That means this doesn't come with manufacturer warranty. This one does. And importantly, in Dubai, it's definitely worth a premium this, you're allowed to have the bull bar. Yes. Now I've got a tale of two Black Series for you. Let's start off with this, the MG GT Black Series, 4 litre twin turbo V8, 730 horsepower. List price on these was around $500,000. They went up to about $700,000. And then when everyone found out that Mercedes had produced 1,700 of them, people thought, that's not limited enough. They're not quite worth that. And now each of these is worth about $400,000. However, when we come to this, look, the SLS Black Series. So this has a 6.2 litre naturally aspirated V8, 620 horsepower, those beautiful gull wing doors, limited to around 300 units. As a result, list price, $300,000. This here is actually worth about $700,000. But this particular version of the SLS Black Series is worth even more. That's because it's in this one-of-one Mystic Blue. This car, $1.1 million. FYI, this is the only car so far that I've shown you which is actually now under list value. It's the only one so far. Will there be more? We'll find out. One more Black Series to show you, and it's this. It's an SL65 Black Series. So it's got a twin turbo 6 litre V12, 800 horsepower, and it's the Brabus version, the Stealth 65. Value of this, $500,000. This is a 1 of 300 Maybach S650. It's powered by a 6 litre twin turbo V12, 620 horsepower. List price on these was around $350,000, and they've pretty much held their value. So $350,000 for this low mileage example. So this is an Aston Martin Valkyrie. So we've got a Formula One inspired design by Adrian Newey. We've got a 6.5 litre naturally aspirated V12 hybrid with 1,150 horsepower. In terms of the coupe, 150 will be made. In terms of the Spider, 85. So this is slightly more desirable. As a result, this particular car here, $4.5 million. However, it's still not the most valuable car in the showroom. We're going to get to that very shortly. Here we have some Rolls-Royce Cullinans, so 6.75 litre twin turbo V12s, 600 horsepower. These are the latest version, pretty much brand new, $770,000. Oh, love the green paint and the cream interior. This one's slightly less expensive, so this is $700,000. Once again, because this is a European import, so you don't have all the warranty support, and you might need warranty support if you're buying a British brand. And that brings me on to Bentley. You see, according to the people at First Motors, they're not the most reliable cars. They're not quite as reliable as Rolls-Royce, so they do depreciate. So here's another car that is well under list. So this is a W12 Continental GT. It's got a 6-litre W12 twin turbo with 650 horsepower. It's low mileage. List price of this was about $380,000. This one here, $220,000 now. It's interesting to compare it to the new version, which is the V8 hybrid with 770 horsepower with the different lights. This one, because it's brand new, is slightly over list at $450,000, but it will depreciate. Lamborghini Urus Performantes have held their value pretty well, so this is very, very low mileage, and it's pretty much at list value now, so $400,000. So we've got a 4-litre twin turbo V8, 666 horsepower. However, if you want an Italian SUV that's a bit more bespoke, because it's not based on an Audi and will hold its value better, you want a Ferrari Purosangue with its 6.5-litre naturally aspirated V12 with 715 horsepower, and we have 1, 2, and 3 of them, each at around $770,000. It's mad to think that an SUV version of a Ferrari will hold its value better than a 1,000 horsepower convertible sports car such as the SF90, but it's true. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the things here, each at around $650,000, which is under their list price. However, here's the new 12-cylinder, so 6.5-litre naturally aspirated V12, 830 horsepower. It's over list. This one's brand new, $900,000. And then we have these two 488 Pista Spiders. They have a 3.9-litre twin turbo V8 with 710 horsepower, and they're each worth around $600,000, so still over list after all this time. Perhaps the cheapest car in this entire showroom is this 612 Scaglietti. So it has a 5.7-litre naturally aspirated V12 with 540 horsepower. This one here will cost you about $100,000. However, if you want some open-top motoring and a more powerful V12, the 812 GTS. These have a 6.5-litre V12 with 800 horsepower. It's about $500,000, but there's not only one, there's another one here, so that's 2. Then there's another one over there, which is 3, and another one around the back, which is 4 of them. And then we come to this. So this is a 512M, so it's the last version of the Testarossa, 500 units made. This has very low mileage. It's got a 5-litre flat 12. It puts out 440 horsepower, and this car here, $500,000. To celebrate 16 Constructor Championship wins in the Formula One, Ferrari built this car here. It is the 430 16M Scuderia Spider, as signified by this badge here. It's one of 499, so it's got a 4.3-litre naturally aspirated V8, 500 horsepower, and because of its rarity and the fact this has no miles on it, $700,000. Now, if you want to still enjoy the Scuderia and its V8 engine, but for less money, there's a coupe version over there you can have for $300,000. This is a very special Ford GT because it's one of 40 on account of its special livery with the 2 stripes instead of 1. Oh, and it's also got carbon fibre wheels. This thing is powered by a 3.5-litre twin-turbo V6. They've written EcoBoost on it though. Why'd they do that? That's just ridiculous on a car like this. I mean, look at it. There's nothing eco-boosty about this at all, is there? So the value of this particular car, because of that unique paintwork, talking $1.2 million. Welcome back to the world of depreciation, courtesy of good old Maserati. You can always rely on them, can't you? Bit of a shame. So we've got an MC20, so that has a 3-litre twin-turbo V6, 630 horsepower. Impressive to drive, but they just don't hold their value particularly well. This one has a Venom body kit on it, so loads of extra carbon fibre and detailing on it. The current value of this is $350,000, though that is under list. Here's something that's definitely worth over list, and it's an R34 Nissan Skyline GTR, so 2.6-litre twin turbo straight 6, normally has about 280 horsepower, but this one is tuned to around 600 horsepower. It's also fitted with various Nismo upgrades. The value of this, $180,000. If you're an R34 fan, just like Lewis behind the camera, I've got something really special for you. So this is an R34 V-Spec 2 CSR Amore. If you've got Nissan which produced this Skyline GTR. Then you've got Nismo, so the very best engineers from Nissan go to Nismo. Then the very best engineers from Nismo then work at Amori. And what they do is take a car and they basically work on every single nut and bolt, so it's as good as the car can be. They also tune the engine as well. As a result, this car is so special. It's like 1 of 13 or something like that. It's worth $1.3 million. And it's here in First Motors' basement, where there's lots of other R34s, as well as a range of other cars as well. Just so many. Here's a quick montage of them. Do you want to know what the total value is of the cars, the stock down here? About $14 million. Let's get back to depreciation, and what better way to do it than with an Aston Martin? But this is rather unique. So if you look at the paint on this, it's like brown, and you can see the carbon fibre weave underneath. Also that red badge, that's a bit different. And the grille, what's going on here? Oh, this is a 1 of 99 Vanquish Zagato, and you'll really see that it's a Zagato here at the rear. So this thing was about $1 million to the customer who bought it new. Now the value is around $500,000. Still, you do get a naturally aspirated V12 with 600 horsepower, and it does look cool. Here's another English car that's depreciated, and it's just come into stock actually. It's a Rolls-Royce Spectre, so new. The owner paid about $675,000 for it. Valuation now about $450,000, and it's hardly been driven. Yeah. Seems like not so many people want an electric-powered Rolls-Royce with 577 horsepower. But that could mean that a buyer could get themselves a nice bargain. Now let's check out some Lamborghinis. So we've got a Huracan Evo Spider, so 5.2 litre naturally aspirated V10 with 640 horsepower. This is valued at $350,000. Then we have an Aventador Ultimate, so the end of the Aventador series. This has 780 horsepower from its 6.5 litre naturally aspirated V12. Value of this, $600,000. It is not worth as much as this 1 of 63, thanks to the unique livery, Aventador SVJ, which has a 6.5 litre naturally aspirated V12 with 770 horsepower. This, $900,000, and they are going up, whereas what's going down is the new Rialto. So this has 0 miles on it. It's pretty much brand new. This is valued at around $850,000, but it is likely to fall a bit, and they have 1 in orange, 1 in purple, and 1 in green over there. Part of the reason why the Rialto is devaluing is because it's a hybrid, and apparently, according to the people at First Motors, people just want a plain internal combustion engine car rather than the complexity of some hybrid. And that brings you on to the next car. So here we are, something a bit more old school, a 5.2 litre, 455 horsepower Countach that has been built to celebrate 25 years of Lamborghini. And this one has the aero package, which was actually designed by Horacio Pagani. Yes, he used to work at Lamborghini. So the value of this, $650,000. Now things are going to get very expensive as we come into the end of the video, and limited edition Ferraris. So this is an SP2. So we've got a 6.5 litre naturally aspirated V12, 800 horsepower, 499 made, $3.5 million. Now we have the SP3, so it also has a 6.5 litre naturally aspirated V12, but it's one from the 812 Competizione, so 830 horsepower. Also, it's incredibly good looking. It's limited to 599 units, so more of them than the SP2. However, just because it's beautiful, it's worth more, $5.7 million. Now we come to the anniversary Ferraris with the F40. The F40 was built to celebrate 40 years of Ferrari. 2.9 litre twin turbo V8, 480 horsepower, 1,311 were made, though a couple have been crashed recently, so they're going up in value as a result.
Oh, no.
Well done, those drivers. This car, $3.7 million. To celebrate 50 years of Ferrari, we have the F50. So 4.7 litre, naturally aspirated V12, 512 horsepower, only 349 were built. This one here is worth around $4.7 million. This is my favourite anniversary Ferrari, built to celebrate 60 years. It is the Enzo, and I actually went to the official unveiling of this car in Maranello back in the early noughties. So we've got a 6 litre naturally aspirated V12, 660 horsepower, 400 units built. This one here has never been driven, and it's in this unique yellow. As a result, $6 million. Now we come to the car that was built to celebrate 70 years of Ferrari, the LaFerrari. So it uses a 6.3 litre naturally aspirated V12 combined with an electric motor, 900 horsepower, and Ferrari built 499 versions of the coupe model. Now this one here is worth about $4 million, and First Motors has 2 other versions of this car. Then we come to the more exclusive Aperta version. Look, it's the convertible. Only 210 versions of this car were built. As a result, it is worth more. This particular car, $7 million. And look, there's another one just there. Though if you want something even more exclusive, we come to the most valuable car in the entire First Motors showroom, and it is this black painted version of the LaFerrari Aperta. This car is worth $7.8 million. So when we add up all the cars' values, we come to a total of $141 million worth of cars in this showroom. Let's hope they don't ever have a fire. Plot twist, just as we're packing our gear up, as well as this red SP3 I've already shown you, this one in green, a one-off, has come into stock here at First Motors. So that's another $5.7 million, taking the total to $147 million. Oh my God, things move fast here at First Motors. Oh, and look here, this SP3 has been signed by Carlos Sainz Jr. and Charles Leclerc. Nice.